guys, how you doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Y'all, I just ran across this here story where a nurse in Virginia, she was doing the unthinkable, y'all. The unthinkable. This is just madness. Oh my God. She was hurting babies, black babies, like injuring them, breaking their bones in the hospital. She was a freaking nurse, y'all. Now, for real, I don't even know what they're going to charge her with, because this here is like attempt to murder, because these are infants in the NICU unit. So I don't know what they're going to charge her with, but I think this is very disgusting for this here white nurse to target little black babies. I'm outraged with this. I'm serious, y'all. I never heard of anything like this here. I mean, years ago, in stories, we heard some old craziness going down in the hospital, but this is just too much. Okay, here we go. Let's read this here, y'all, because I'm tight. They said a Virginia nurse, excuse me, y'all. Hold on. Virginia nurse arrested after babies in the NICU unit suffered unexplained injuries. The Virginia hospital first noticed newborns were suffering mysterious injuries in the summer of 2023. Then, roughly a month ago, 3 babies in the NICU unit, intensive care unit, experienced unexplainable fractures. So you so evil that you would just see a baby and just walk by and break a bone. You have to be out your damn mind. Like, for real. This lady is out her mind. She is not crazy. She is prejudiced. Something is wrong with her. I'm saying that she's prejudiced because, for you to target only black babies, that's sick. You are prejudiced. Something is wrong with you. For real. And they need to throw the freaking book at her ass. Like, for real, for real. For real, for real. And, people feel like this here, like, my kid is in the hospital and I'm going to sue the hospital for, this type of action that was done against my child or whatever like that. I get that. But I'm going to be real with you. I don't know. I'll have to go after her, like, for real. I'm not trying to provoke violence or anything like that, but she have to get it, like, for real. She would have to get it, being that if it's my child and my child is in a freaking day old, 2 days old, and you going around breaking their bones, miss, I'm telling you right now, I will break your damn bones, because this is crazy. Because my child couldn't defend itself. It couldn't even say anything. All it can do is cry. And I want to see if this hospital know how long these babies in the NICU unit was suffering. You know what I'm saying? Like, was they suffering for, like, I don't know how long they was in there. How long was they suffering? Because, babies cry, but we don't know what they're crying about. Either they're hungry, wet, or just crying. So this is the sad part. That we can't even, as a parent, we can't even help our child because we thinking that it's a baby and it's just crying because it's wet or it's hungry. You understand what I'm saying? But no, we got this here lady here going around attacking our children. Our babies. Forget that Sue shit. We're going to do that anyway. But I'm telling you, I would go for her. Like, for real. She would have to be hidden out somewhere. Either she locked up right now, but that's be the best place for her. I'm being real with you. That'd be the best place for her, because this wouldn't look good. I'm telling you, it wouldn't be good. Okay, let's finish. Experiencing unexplainable fractures. According to a statement from Harrow Doctors Hospital, the hospital grew so concerned that last week it announced it would stop admitting babies into the NICU until they discovered what was breaking their bones. You got no cameras? You got no cameras? What do you mean? What do you mean? All hospital is supposed to have cameras on the newborn babies. Because you have some people that come in and try to kidnap babies and all that other extra stuff. Why there wasn't no cameras watching these babies? Now a registered nurse has been arrested and charged with malice wounding and felony child abuse. Henrico County Police announced Friday that Erin Elizabeth Ann Strowman, 26, was arrested in connection with an incident that occurred in November. Police said in a new release that they had reopened all of the cases reportedly mysteriously injured babies at the hospital from 2003 to 2023 to 2024. This fool was doing this here that they know of for a whole freaking year. It could have been longer than that. I can't even picture in my mind that, you know, babies are in the NICU unit, and I wonder how they found out that the baby, you know, had broken bones and everything. I guess because of the crying, or I don't know. Because remember, you know, they babies, so you really don't know why they're crying or whatever the case may be. But I'm not getting this here. I'm really not getting this, because they are supposed to have cameras in there. I don't know. I don't know about this. Officers are combing through hundreds of hours of surveillance footage from the hospital, according to the release, trying to piece together what happened to at least 7 babies. We are committed to protecting our residents, particularly our youngest and most vulnerable, the news released. Families of 3 of the babies attend Strowman's arraignment Friday, swapping stories of the horrifying moments they discovered their children had been injured. Among them was Dominique Hackey, and father of twin boys who were born at 28 weeks and spent nearly 3 months in the NICU in 2023. He spent 28 weeks in the NICU unit. So we don't even know how long this thing was doing this here. Hackey described that times as among the most difficult in his life, even before he suspected that one of his sons was being abused. He and his wife had endured 2 miscarriages and now was watching one of their youngest sons fight for his life. Their other son, Noah, was seemingly making a strong recovery, but in September 2023, a nurse informed them that Noah had a fractured leg. Though the cause remained unclear. I'm going to be real. Ain't nothing they could tell me right now. Like, if I go up to the hospital and my baby's in there and my baby got a broken leg or a broken arm and he is an infant, I'm telling you right now, you better call SWAT, Colombo, Beretta. You better call them all, because I'm going to wild the freak out. I'm telling you right now, I'm wilding out. I'm wilding out. This is crazy. This is crazy. How in the hell can a little infant have broken bones? An infant that's in the NICU unit. For real. I'm telling y'all, I just would have been in jail because I would have wilded out. I would have wilded out. That is so unacceptable. That is so unacceptable. So every time she did it, she was by herself. You got this here creepo walking around the hospital that's hurting babies. No other nurse even noticed that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like Cambers and other nurses that was on duty, they didn't see like every time this thing was in there, this was happening to the child. It was very confusing time because you bring one of my babies back to life. Then you abuse my other baby, Hackey said. How am I supposed to feel? Hackey called his mother, a former NICU nurse, and she immediately reported the incident to Child Protective Services. This began more than a year ago. Train of opening and closed investigation. The hospital opened an investigation but closed it after a few weeks. My head, y'all. Y'all know I'm not feeling good. My head, y'all. What you mean? What you mean? You closed the case. See what I'm saying? People cut different from a different cloth because I'm telling you right now. I am telling you right now. This wouldn't have had this type of stuff right here. I'm telling you right now. You could sit there and say you closing the case in a couple of weeks. I ain't doing none of that. I'm telling you, they would have had to lock me up because I would have went buck. I'm telling you, I'd have been buck up there. Like, that's crazy. Hackey said that the fracture may have come from an overly rough injection. Next, Hackey said Hararo police began investigating, but closed the inquiries in January 2024 because they couldn't identify a suspect, even though officers told him they suspected abuse. Nobody ain't got to tell me that. What you mean? What you mean the police had to tell me that it was abuse? No, Ninja. I know it's abuse. My baby leg is broken. Like, are you kidding me right now? What do you mean? What do you mean? Then in March, Hackey received a call from Child Protective Service informing him that his son was one of 4 babies injured at Herrero Doctors Hospital during the summer of 2023, and they were certain that criminal child abuse was involved. When a friend sent Hackett an article just last month reporting 3 more injured babies. She's still walking around, y'all. She's still walking around the hospital. 3 more babies. This is unbelievable. There's no cameras on the that's the most precious things in the hospital is newborns. You know what I'm saying? So you already know it should have been cameras there. Ooh, Lord have mercy. When a friend sent Hackey an article that 3 more babies was injured, he knew he had to speak up. Finding out there were 7 total was gut-wrenching. Hackey said, "I felt like I had to do something. If the only thing I can do is speak and tell my son's story." that was, that's what I'm going to do. Because before I felt like I was helpless, I, I failed him because my son knew joy. He experienced pain, and I wasn't there to protect him. It is not his fault, Mr. Hackey. It is not your fault, Mr. Hackey. That hospital is responsible for your child. You understand? That don't feel no type of guilt or nothing like that, because this is not supposed to happen. This is not supposed to happen in any hospital in the freaking United States of America, in the world, period. So don't feel like it's your fault. The hospital is at fault because they still had Miss Thing here walking around hurting black babies. Oh my God. Okay, and the other parents tried to piece together a timeline of the injuries. He learned another baby had been injured just 4 days after Noah. When one couple told Hackey their baby had suffered 12 fractures. I'm sorry, y'all. A baby suffered 12 fractures. They said he broke down in tears. 12 fractures on a baby. Hackey said, I couldn't even fathom it. I looked at that father, and we hugged and cried. That's right, because you know what? Now it's time to go for the kill, y'all. Like, for real, we going in for the kill right now. Hackey said he was shocked to learn of Stroman's arrest, saying he remembered her as a kind nurse and had no concerns at the time about her care. He said he spoke with other victim families who had shown him photos they had taken with Stroman and text messages referring to her as their favorite nurse. Y'all, they saying that they was calling her their favorite nurse. Oh, she played us off. A lawyer listed in court documents for Stroman, Scott Condana, did not immediately respond to the request for the comment Saturday. Before the arrest, hospital leadership enhanced its security measures in a frantic effort to find out what was happening to the most vulnerable babies in their care. In late December, Henrico Doctors Hospital posted an update to its website announcing increased safety training programs for NICU caretakers. That's bullshit. You do not have to. First of all, you're a nurse. Second of all, there's no way that you're trying to tell us that you're going to, teach your nurses how to treat newborn babies, period. They know damn well how to treat a baby, okay? That's just ridiculous. I don't know what they're trying to... Right here, it sounds crazy as hell. This sounds stupid, because even if you didn't know how to take care of a baby, what that got to do with you breaking bones on babies? And black babies at that. So we ain't trying to hear that. Out of here. Oh my God. Okay, let me finish, y'all. Okay, they said additional head to toe examinations of each NICU baby, new training to help healthcare providers identify and report negligence or abuse, and 2 new security systems, including live streaming technology that allows parents to watch their babies in the NICU at all times. The hospital also implemented an observed system to ensure caretakers were never alone with a baby. While fractures currently happen with preterm babies since the lack of full fetal bones develop, we are actively working to determine how these fractures occurred. The statement said the hospital commented on the arrest of the former employee Friday, saying in a statement that they will continue not to admit new babies into the NICU as they cooperate with law enforcement to figure out what happened. Y'all know what happened. Y'all know what happened. Just Miss Thing right here. Miss Thing right here. Miss Thing. Miss Thing. The devil in disguise. We are both shocked and saddened by the development in the investigation and are focused on continue to care for our patients and provide support to our colleagues who have been deeply and personally impacted by this investigation. The hospital wrote in a statement, "We are grateful to those colleagues who had dedicated their professional lives to care and safety of our patients, as well as to law enforcement and other agencies who have worked aggressively and tirelessly with us on this." Stroman's next court date is scheduled for March 24th of this year, 2025. Now, 25. As for the Hackey's twins, their father said they are perfect. Noah is now walking, also running, Hackey said, and becoming an adventurous toddler. But the pain of their first few months alive still taunts him. Before my babies were able to feel any emotion that felt pain and that haunted me so much, Hackey said. The first emotion is supposed to be joy, smiling and giggling at us, and it wasn't. It was pain and abuse. Y'all, bro, like, that's crazy. She going down in history. This demon is going down in history. You already know when she get locked up, they don't like people that mess with children and babies. But we're going to show you this demon. This demon, this ghost, clear-faced it. Clear people. That's the devil, y'all. That's the devil. All right, y'all. I'm going to go hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. Peace, because I'm out of here, because this is just wild.
Miles from Henrico Doctors Hospital, a county judge held NICU nurse Erin Strotman without bond Friday. This after Henrico police charged her with felony child abuse and neglect and felony malicious wounding in connection with injuries a baby at the hospital sustained on November 10th of 2024. Now, during her arraignment, Strotman told the court she last worked at Henrico Doctors around Thanksgiving, but said she was still being paid. The hospital is calling her a former employee, but Strotman said she did not know she had been terminated.
This is an ongoing investigation.
spanning potential offenses committed in both 2023 and 2024. Hospital officials say 3 babies were found with unexplained fractures in November and December of last year, and that is similar to incidents involving 4 other infants who were being treated at the same NICU in the summer of 2023. The hospital announced it was pausing admissions to the NICU right before Christmas. This right now is one date of offense involving one child, but that is not precluding the fact that this investigation is ongoing and that we will continue to work on building cases if there is evidence present to build other cases to find if there's additional criminal culpability. Family members of 3 of the 7 babies came to court Friday. They hugged and cried together as they met for the first time. Among them, Dominique Hackey. His son Noah suffered a fractured tibia while in the Henrico Doctors NICU in September of 2023. Child Protective Services founded Level 1 child abuse of Noah by an employee at the hospital, but CPS was not able to identify that employee. But according to CPS records obtained exclusively by CBS 6, Strautman was placed on paid administrative leave in 2023 after the hospital conducted an internal investigation into the initial 4 cases. At the time, she had worked at the NICU for approximately a year. She was not criminally charged at that time, and it's unclear when Strautman's suspension ended.
They failed. Strictly, they failed on multiple different levels with multiple different families, and they need to be held accountable as well, because that shouldn't have happened. If they were suspicious of some person enough to let them go, they shouldn't have brought them back. So that's on them. They failed. Simple.
Do you feel like the county failed, future babies that were in the NICU at that hospital? When we talk about what happened back in 23 and in 24, we can look at it from a standpoint of not just the individual culpability, but if there was a systems failure. So potentially there could be even criminal charges beyond just the person that committed the acts? If there are individuals who need to be held accountable and we have the evidence to sustain that accountability, then we will pursue it. HCA, which owns Henrico Doctors Hospital, sent us a lengthy statement, which you can find in full on our website. It said in part, "We are both shocked and saddened by this development in the investigation and are focused on continuing to care for our patients and providing support to our colleagues who have been deeply and personally impacted by this investigation." HCA